Hi everybody, I'm Gio, and welcome to my channel. This story is called I'll Bring the Wine. Let's begin. Yanking the old phone from the wall, I balanced it between my shoulder and ear while I grabbed the lug wrench from the table. Armand with the Triple Falls Garage, how can I help you? I said. My car broke down about a mile east, a man said. What seems to be the problem? I asked, setting the lug wrench down and grabbing a pen. I stopped at Mabel's diner to get some lunch, and when I got back to my car, the engine wouldn't turn over. It kind of makes this grinding noise, he said. Could be a bad battery, could be a lot of things, I said, writing this all down on a yellow pad. Your name? Jace Thorn. I've traveled this way lots of times, and I haven't had any problem. Today, when I'm in a hurry, there's a problem, Jace said. I hear you. Give me 15 minutes, I said. I gave instructions to the new kid on what I wanted done while I was gone. I'm owner and manager of the Triple Falls Garage. Inherited it from my dad, Armand Senior. He's with the main mechanic in the sky now. A few years back, heart attack took Dad at too young of an age. I took the old tow truck and found Jace at Mabel's, just like he said. His car, an older brown Ford with too many miles on it, had its hood up, and Jace waited for me. Jace Thorn was about 30, cut a nice figure. He wore a pale lavender shirt and a black tie, now loosened, and gray suit pants. His gray jacket lay on the car. He also didn't have a wedding ring. Handsome man like him must have a girlfriend or boyfriend back home. Jace was the complete opposite of style challenged me. Also 30, I wore gray coveralls covered with grease stains. And no, I don't have a wedding ring or a girlfriend. Boyfriends are my type. I'm not glamorous. I don't look like some supermodel. And most of the time I've got grease and soot and dirt on me. But Dad taught me to spend the extra time to get the job done right. And that's what I do. I parked behind Jace's car just in case I needed to tow it, and looked under the brown Ford's hood. I checked the obvious culprits, like the cables and the battery. There was something kind of lonely about the look in Jace's eyes. With all the traveling, he must be escaping a bad relationship. After the way things ended with my last boyfriend, I must have that same look too. Jace, your battery's gone bad and won't hold a charge. See the corrosion around the terminals? I think one of your cables needs replacing. Once I get your car back to the shop, I'll get right on it, but it will take at least an hour, I said, and wrote a few notes on a yellow pad. I showed Jace. This is what it will cost, assuming there isn't something else wrong. An hour? Is there a rental around here? Jace asked. It's not pretty, and it's a little messy, but you can use my car as long as you get it back tonight, I said. You'll trust me with your car? Done, Jace said. We had his car back to the shop, and Jace borrowed my old Toyota. It took a little longer to replace the battery and cable than I thought, but there were no other problems. I topped off his fluids, had the new kid change the oil just to keep him busy, and parked the car out front. I wish the next car was that easy. It was an ancient truck with a bad muffler. Do they even make parts for those anymore? When Jace pulled in, about 6, both he and I were dead tired, and Jace's shirt had more wrinkles than a Shar-Pei, and his eyes and shoulders sagged. He looked over the bill. You didn't charge me for the oil change. Think of it as my way of making your bad day a little better, I said, as Jace handed me his debit card. It was a tough day, all right, he said, stretching and yawning. Thanks for the rescue earlier. How about I take you out to a nice dinner to say thanks? I processed the debit card and gave Jace the looky up, looky down. This was the kind of man I could get serious about. I handed him back his card and said, I haven't had a decent date for too long. We can go to Mabel's, but I can cook better. You amaze me, Armand. Not only can you fix cars, but you can cook too. I really want to get to know you. What if I took us out to dinner tonight, and maybe a movie? Next time, you make us dinner at your place? Jace said, An earnest smile momentarily appeared, then vanished. "Saturday night sound okay?" I asked, fighting my own smile while my heart suddenly raced. Jace let his smile out. "I'll bring the wine." The end. Thanks for listening, everybody. Peace.